Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn the basics of cabochon beading and odd count peyote stitch with this fabulous beaded mood ring. To get started, we will need a cabochon, some size 11 seed beads, some size 15 seed beads, some size 8 seed beads, some size B9 thread, a size 11 beading needle, and a pair of scissors. We'll start by cutting about 5 feet of thread and adding a stop bead about halfway down the thread. I'm going to add a few size 11 seed beads and bring them down to the stop bead. The goal is to have enough seed beads to go all the way around the cabochon, but have them divisible by 4. In this case, I will have 48 beads total. Here, I've strung on 48 beads, and you can see that they fit nicely around the cabochon. Loop your beads around and run your needle back up through a few beads to form a circle. This will start the peyote bezel base for the ring. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a bit to show you how to do the peyote bezel. First, you will pick up one size 11 seed bead. Look where the thread is coming out of the ring. Skip one bead and go through the next bead. Then pick up another bead. Skip one bead and go through the next bead. Pick up another bead. Skip one bead, then go through the next bead. As you are putting on beads, you will see 2 beads stacked, 1 bead, 2 beads, and so on. Follow the same technique all the way around until you get to the last bead and meet me back here. Okay, so now we are ready to step up. I'm adding on my last bead, and now I will pass my needle through the next bead and back up through the first bead in this round. We'll start the next row by adding on a bead and going into the next bead that is sticking up. You'll see that the beads are stacking up, 2, then 2, and so on. Pick up another bead and go into the next bead that is sticking up. Pull tightly as you go, and you can use your needle to straighten them up if you need to. Keep adding beads all the way around and meet me back here for the next row. Now we're going to step up by going into the last bead and up through the first bead in the row. We are going to do one more row of size 11 seed beads using the peyote stitch. Meet me back here when you finish this row and step up. The next row is going to be the same technique, but this time we are using size 15-0 seed beads. This will start to bring in the edges, so there will be a base for the back of the cabochon to rest on. As you step up, you will notice that the edges are starting to move inward. Go ahead and add on another row of 15-0 beads and meet me back here. Okay, we are finishing up this row. Pull the threads tight and start threading your needle back through the piece. Make your way to the center, then take off your needle. Don't cut your thread, we will need it to embellish your cabochon. Remove the stop bead from your tail thread and thread it onto your needle. Make sure you are passing through a stick-out bead first, then go ahead and complete a row using size 15-0 beads. Go ahead and insert your cabochon into the bezel. You can see that the beads can form nicely around the cabochon. Holding on to both, peyote stitch around the cabochon for 2 more rows, then we will start the embellishments. Now we are going to do something a little different. Make sure you are exiting through a stick-up bead, then add 5 beads. Skip the next stick-up bead, then go into the next stick-up bead. Add 5 more beads. Then skip a stick-up bead and go into the next stick-up bead. This will add a little pattern around the edges. Repeat all the way around and we will start embellishing the cabochon. Next, we are going to tie off this thread. Run your thread down through all of the beads until you get to the center. Go the other way, through a few beads, then turn around and go back through a few beads again. Once you are satisfied that your thread is secure, go ahead and snip it off. Load up your needle with the remaining thread. When you turn your piece to the side and look at the size 11-0 seed beads, you will notice a row of 3 and a row of 2. Make sure you are coming out of the center of the row of 3, and we will start the embellishment. Add an 11-0 and go through the center of the next 3 bead row. This is called stitch in the ditch. Add an 8-0 and go into the center of the next 3 bead row. Continue. Alternating beads until you get to the end. As long as your starting ring was divisible by 4, the embellishment beads will fit perfectly. Meet me back here when you are finished. Once you have finished the row, go ahead and weave through the 11-0 beads until they are secure, then trim your thread. Next, we will start the band. Since this ring has a wide band, we will be starting with the 3 8-0 beads on the side. Go ahead and put about 4 feet of thread onto your needle and add your stop bead, leaving an 8-inch tail. Go through the first 8-0, then add an 11-0 and go through the 11-0 between the 8-0s. Add another 11-0, then go through the next 8-0. Add another 11-0 and go through the next 11-0. Then add another 11-0 and go through the last 8-0. We'll start the next row by adding an 11-0. You'll see it will layer over the 8-0, then go through the first 11-0 that is sticking up. Add another 11-0 and go through the next stick up 11-0. Add another 11-0 and go through the next stick up 11-0. Add another 11-0 and go through the next stick up 11-0. Since this is an odd count peyote, this part will be different. Add an 11-0 and loop back around up through the 8-0. Bring your needle up through the next two 11-0. Then down through the 11-0 to the left. Keep going down through the next 11-0, then through the 8-0. Then go back up through the 11-0, and that puts you in the right place to start the next row. You will be following this step for every other row. Keep doing peyote stitch until you go through the last bead. Then, go down through the 8-0 and back up the 11-0 to secure your row. Now flip your work and do the peyote stitch until you get to the last stick-up bead. We will then do the alternate technique to get to the right position to start the next row. As before, we will add an 11-0, go down through the 3 beads. Go back up through the bead to the left, back through these 2, and down through this one. Then start your next row of peyote stitch and keep going using these steps until your band reaches about halfway around your finger. Then weave through the band and trim your thread. Next, we will do the other side. Put on about 4 feet of thread and add your stop bead, leaving an 8-inch tail. Go back up the 8-0 as before and start doing your peyote stitch. You want to keep going until either the band fits around your finger, or if you have a ring mandrel, until it is the correct size. Once you get to the right size, meet me back here, and I will show you how to zip up your band. Once you have the right size, it is time to zip up the band. Make sure that one side goes in and one side goes out as shown. If it doesn't, you may need to add on another row. Bring the ends of the band together. You will see that the thread is coming up from the bead on the left. Pass your needle down through the first bead on the right side, then pass your needle up through the first bead on the left side. This will anchor this row. Now pass your needle up through the next stick-out bead on the right side, then up through the stick-out bead on the left side. Keep going until you pass through the last bead at the top. I'll do this loosely so you can see where to zip it up. Once you get to the top bead, pull your thread tight. Pass your needle down through the bead on the right, then back up through the bead on the left, and back down through the bead on the right. This will secure your row. Now pass your needle through several beads, up and down, to hide the thread, then trim. Here is a sample of some cabochons that I have bezeled. As you can see, there are several different ways to embellish a cabochon, and each one is unique. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Stay tuned for my next tutorial coming out soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your comments down below. May creativity be your guide.